Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of True MSP Talks. I'm Tim Rooks from True MSP, and today we are going to be taking a look at Microsoft 365 licenses. So recently Microsoft changed the name of Office 365, as we all know it as. A few months back they rebranded it to Microsoft 365, which does make a lot of sense because people used to think with Office 365 you always got the Office software, which wasn't the case. So we thought it'd be a great time, since they've rebranded it, to go through the different packages that are available to you. So we're just quickly going to run through those today on this particular talk, and hopefully you'll find that useful. One of the things to bear in mind as we go through these packages is that you can mix and match these packages. So you don't have to have everyone on the same package within your business. People can be on different packages depending on what their role is. And often we find when we go into new clients that we've picked up, one of the first things that we do is go through their Microsoft 365 licensing, and we found in many cases we can actually save them quite a lot of money because everyone's on the full package, but they don't actually need to be on the full package. So just bear that in mind as we run through the options. So let's get the list up and have a chat about each one. So the first one we're going to have a look at then is Microsoft 365 Exchange Online, which is approximately £3 per user per month. And what this gives you is just access to email. So this is ideal for companies that are looking to move into the cloud, and maybe they just want to start with moving their email, which we do find quite a lot, but everything else they want to keep on site. So all of their data, all the licensing, all that sort of stuff they want to keep on site. This license just gives you a Microsoft 365 Exchange mailbox for each user, and enables you to start using, move your email server to the cloud basically. So you can access this through Outlook. You don't get Outlook as part of this package, but you can use Outlook software to connect to it, and it works just like your normal email as if it was on site. You also get spam protection, and each user gets a 50 gigabyte mailbox as well. Next one on the list is Microsoft 365 Business Basic. This has been renamed, so this was Office 365 Business Essentials. They've now renamed it to Microsoft 365 Business Basic. This is only an extra 80p on the email license, so it's £3.80 per user per month. But what this gives you is access to not just email, but you also get access to OneDrive and SharePoint and Teams, and also Office web apps. So you can run Microsoft Word and Excel, etc. in your internet browser. So you can't download the software onto your PC, but you can run it in your internet browser, and you can also access it on a tablet or a phone via the apps or via the browser. So for the extra 80p, this is a really good license, and it's a popular license because it gives you a lot of functionality over just email. And if you do want to move more of your stuff into the cloud and you want to start using things like OneDrive and SharePoint, then this is a great license to take a look at. Next one is Microsoft 365 Business Apps. This is a bit of a strange license. We don't really tend to sell too much of this ourselves, but this is basically just the Microsoft Office software. So you can download this software onto your PC and get the full suite of Microsoft applications, Office applications onto your PC. So Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, all that sort of stuff. And the reason why you might use this is maybe, again, you don't want to move to the cloud and you want to keep everything on site, including your email, but you are having problems controlling your Office licensing. So people are on different versions. You never know who's got the right license key and all that sort of stuff. You can use this literally just to license Office for all of your organization. And it's always up to date. So every time Microsoft bring out a new version of Microsoft Office, you're entitled to upgrade to it. And this basically takes care of your licensing. So you no longer have any big sort of costs up front where you've got to buy all the licenses. So it is quite useful from that respect. But as I say, it's not a particular common one that we tend to sell. This one is probably the most common, Microsoft 365 Business Standard. So this one used to be called Microsoft Office 365 Business Premium, but it's now called Business Standard because there's a new premium, which we're going to go on to in a second. So this is very popular. It's £9.40 per user per month. It includes all the stuff of Business Basic. It's kind of these two combined. So it includes everything of Business Basic. So you get email access, you get OneDrive, you get SharePoint, you get Teams, you get all the web apps. But with this one, you also get a license to install Office on your PC. And again, same as I was just saying with the Business Apps one, it means that Microsoft Office software is correctly licensed and you're always entitled to the latest version when it comes out. And this basically gives you everything you would need out the box to kind of do everyday business tasks for your users. So this is probably the most popular package at the moment. And then the last one we're going to talk about today is Microsoft 365 Business Premium. And this is an add-on to Business Standard, and it's quite a jump in price. So it goes from £9.40 to £15.10 per user per month. But this gives you some enhanced security features over the £9.40. And I'm going to try and not get too technical on you, but just to explain a couple of things that this gives you. So first of all, it gives you a Windows 10 license for every PC. So if maybe you've got a fleet of computers within your organization that are actually, the hardware is quite good hardware, and you don't really want to go and replace it all, but everyone's running Windows 7, which is now no longer supported by Microsoft. This is a great way to get Windows 10 across your fleet of computers without having to go out and either buy new computers or buy upfront Windows 10 licensing. So with this, you're entitled to install Windows 10 on each PC. So it also comes with everything in Business Standard. So you get the Office software, you get email functionality and SharePoint and OneDrive and Teams and all the apps, everything you need. But it also comes with some other features, such as being able to log on to a computer through something called Azure Active Directory. And I apologize if I'm starting to sound technical. But basically, just to quickly explain, traditionally, when people log into a computer, you would have a server called an Active Directory server or a domain controller. And when they log into their computer in the morning, they put their username and password in, and it logs them into that computer and authenticates them. And you can centrally manage people's passwords and all that sort of stuff. If someone then goes to move on to another computer in the organization, they can also log into that computer and it's all fine. If you don't have a server like that, then you can't do that. There's no central management of passwords and usernames and permissions and things like that. And also, if you log into another computer, it's a bit of a pain because on every single computer in your organization, you've got to have a separate login for each computer. And if you haven't got one on that computer, you can't log in. And there's always needed to be a way to get around that if you're going to move everything to the cloud. And again, that's what Business Premium gives you. So every user, their user is controlled centrally by this Azure Active Directory system, which is built into Business Premium. So you can log into any computer in your organization using your Microsoft 365 credentials, and it will set up, when you log in, it will set things up like your OneDrive and SharePoint and your Outlook and all that sort of stuff. And it also allows administrators or your MSP to control things centrally, like users' passwords, password policies. So you can set things like length of password and when it expires and all that sort of stuff. You can force security options on computers, so you can force people to have to encrypt their hard drives and various other security features that this gives you. And it also gives you something called Intune as part of this package, and that allows you to actually provision computers and send applications to them. So maybe, as an example, in your organization, your standard browser that you like everyone to use is Google Chrome, and normally you'd have to go around and install that on the PCs. With Microsoft 365 Business Premium, you can actually set it so when you buy a new PC and you log in using your 365 credentials, it will automatically push that Chrome browser onto the PC and basically configure it for you. So it's very clever technology. It's kind of the future of computing in our opinion. The other thing it will do as well is it comes with full sort of enterprise grade antivirus security as part of the package, so you don't need to buy antivirus software as an extra thing if you've got this package. So there is quite a lot it comes with. There's all sorts of stuff, more security things that I've not covered in this because this is just a short video. So if you are interested in this, then obviously get in touch with us and we'll talk to you more about it. So lastly, thanks again for watching, and I hope you found this video interesting.